Hello guys, welcome to another episode of this particular video. By name, I am Jafetu Kaka Ebosetali. So today, under constitutional law, we'll be looking at a very complex topic, which is military rule in Nigeria. The historical background of military rule in Nigeria. So the first thing you need to note is that the first ever military coup that happened in Nigeria occurred on the 15th of January 1966. On the 15th of January 1966, the first ever military coup occurred, and General Aguiyi Ironsi came to power. General Aguiyi Ironsi came to power. Now, this particular coup was a very bloody coup. Why do we say so? Because number one, it took the life of Sir Tafawa Balewa, who was the prime minister at that time. Also, it took the life of Sir S.L. Akintola, who was the premier of Western Region. Also, it took the life of Sir Amadu Bello, who was the premier of Northern Region, and so many others. That is why we say this particular coup was a very bloody coup. So when General Aguiyi Ironsi came to power, he established a unitary system of government. And in a unitary system of government, all the executive powers are located at the central level. All the executive powers are at the central level. And also, he established the SMC, the SMC. What is the SMC? The SMC is the Supreme Military Council, and this Supreme Military Council is the legislative arm under General Aguiyi Ironsi regime. The SMC was the legislative arm under General Aguiyi Ironsi regime, and General Aguiyi Ironsi, under his regime, promulgated the Constitution Suspension and Modification Decree number 1, 1966, which suspended the constitution. However, another military coup took place, which occurred on the 29th of July 1966, that same year. So on the 29th July 1966, another coup happened. And who came to power? General Yakubu Gowon came to power. Now, when General Yakubu Gowon came to power in 1967, General Yakubu Gowon collapsed the four regions. When he came to power in 1967, he collapsed the existing four regions. Now, after collapsing the existing four regions, he established 12 states after collapsing the existing four regions. Now you ask, what are the four regions? Number one, we have the Eastern region, we have the Northern region, we have the Western region, and the Midwestern region. So he collapsed these four regions and established 12 states. So subsequently, a civil war broke out in this same year, in 1967, which is this same year. A civil war broke out, and this civil war lasted from 1967 to 1970. So this was when the civil war lasted. Subsequently, due to the fact General Yakubu Gowon refused to hand over, another military coup happened. Due to the fact that General Yakubu Gowon refused to hand over power, another military coup happened. And this particular military coup occurred on the 29th July 1975 another military coup happened on this particular date. And who came to power? General Murtala Mohammed came to power after this military coup. And when General Murtala Mohammed came to power, he promised to return the country from military rule to a civilian rule. However, that did happen due to the fact he was assassinated in a abortive coup. General Murtala Mohammed was assassinated in a abortive coup, and General Olusegun Obasanjo came to power. General Olusegun Obasanjo came to power. So on the 13th of February 1976. So on the 13th of February 1976, General Olusegun Obasanjo came to power. On the 39th of February 1976, Olusegun came to power after that abortive coup that happened, which was carried out by Colonel Bukar Sokar Dinka. So on the 13th of February 1976, General Olusegun came to power. Now, when General Olusegun came to power, he promised to follow the policies of Murtala Mohammed, which is returning the country from a military rule to a civilian rule. This was what he promised. And for this reason, in September, you must note this date. In September 1976, same year in which he came to power, he didn't hesitate at all. So in this same year, which is September 1976, he established a constitutional drafting committee. So on September 1976, General Olusegun Obasanjo established a constitutional drafting committee, and this constitutional drafting committee was made up of 407 members. It was made up of 407 members. They were made up of 407 members to draft a constitution in order to return the country from a military rule to a civilian rule. So thereafter, this brought Alhaji Shehu Shagari to power. So Alhaji Shehu Shagari came to power on the 1st of October. On the 1st of October 1979, Alhaji Shehu Shagari came to power on the 1st of October 1979. Now, in the second tenure of Alhaji Shehu Shagari term, another military coup occurred. So another military coup occurred on the second tenure of Alhaji Shehu Shagari. Another military coup occurred. Now, this particular military coup occurred on December 31st, 1983. On December 31st, 1983, another military coup occurred. Now, who came to power? The person who came to power was General Muhammadu Buhari. General Muhammadu Buhari came to power. So, General Muhammadu Buhari came to power on December 31st, 1983, and sacked the democratically elected government of Shehu Shagari. So, when General Buhari came to power, he established the SMC. And as I said earlier, the SMC is the legislative arm under a military regime. So he established the SMC. Also, he established the Federal Executive Council, number 2. And he also established the National Council of State. So this all occurred under General Muhammadu Buhari regime. Subsequently, another coup occurred again. Another coup occurred, and this particular coup occurred on August 29, 1985. On August 27, 1985. On August 27, 1985, another coup occurred. Now, when this particular coup occurred, General Ibrahim Babangida came to power. General Ibrahim Babangida came to power. So when Babangida came to power, he renamed the SMC. He changed the SMC, which is the Supreme Military Council, to the Armed Forces Ruling Council. So he renamed the SMC. He renamed the SMC, which is the Supreme Military Council, and changed it to the Armed Forces Ruling Council. And subsequently, he changed it to the NDSC. He changed it to the NDSC. It occurred in 1992. Now, what is the NDSC? NDSC. Now, the NDSC is the National Defense and Security Council. Is the National Defense and Security Council. So from the SMC to the Armed Forces Ruling Council and to the National Defense and Security Council. So this all occurred in General Ibrahim Babangida regime in 1992. And subsequently, General Ibrahim Babangida wanted to hand over from a military regime to a civilian regime. So an election was conducted. An election was conducted for this particular reason. Normally, there was a ban on political party. So in order to return the country from a military regime to a civilian regime, General Ibrahim Babangida removed the ban from political parties, and 2 political parties was created. Now, what are the political parties? The first political party is the NRC. While the second political party is the SDP. Now, the NRC means the National Republican Convention. The NRC means the National Republican Convention, while the SDP means the Social Democratic Party. The Social Democratic Party. Now, the candidate that came out from this political party was Alhaji Tofa. Alhaji Tofa came out from this political party. Why? Moshood Ambiola came out from this political party. So Moshood Ambiola came out from this political party. So thereafter, an election was conducted. So they want to hand over to a civilian regime. An election was conducted, and as the votes were coming out, it showed that Moshood Ambiola was the one that was going to win. He was on the lead. So thereafter, General Ibrahim Babangida cancelled and annulled the election. The election was cancelled. As the election was going, it was showing that Ambiola was the one leading. He was the one going to win. But subsequently, General Ibrahim Babangida regime cancelled and annulled the election. So this led to a massive protest. For this reason, General Ibrahim Babangida was forced to step down due to the protest, and subsequently an interim national government was created under Ernest Shoinka. So an interim national government was created under Ernest Shoinka. An interim national government was created under Ernest Shoinka. However, General Sani Abacha sacked the regime of Ernest Shoinka. General Sani Abacha sacked the regime of Ernest Shoinka, and when General Sani Abacha came to power, he established the PROC. He established the PROC. What's the meaning of the PROC? The PROC is the Provisional Ruling Council. So he established the PROC, and this PROC was the legislative arm, just like the MCMC, the AMC. The PROC was the legislative arm under Sani Abacha regime. So Sani Abacha made move to hand over power to a civilian regime. However, his policies and his transition was done in order to make him a civilian head of state. He wanted to hand over to a civilian regime. However, his transitions, his policy was to make him a civilian head of state. Subsequently, Sani Abacha died on July 1998. On July 1998, Sani Abacha died, and General Abdul Salami Abubakar came to power. So when General Abdul Salim Abubakar came to power, he didn't hesitate to hand over power from a military regime to a civilian regime. He made it clear when he came. He made it clear that as he's coming, he's going to hand over power to a civilian regime. He didn't waste time at all. So this is the historical background of military rule in Nigeria. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless you.